Hi, everyone. Meteorologist Bill Rentschler in the 1011 Now streaming studio. Hope everyone is doing okay this Wednesday morning. Finally dealing with, for really the first time this winter, with some pretty rough conditions this morning when it comes to snowfall here in the capital city. Forecast, again, had 2 to 4, 3 to 5, 3 to 6 inches, I think, of snow forecast here in Lincoln. I think we're close to that number and still going to have some ongoing snow as we head through the morning into the early part of the afternoon. So we're going to dive into kind of what things look like right now. Latest snowfall reports. Again, latest check on the snowfall forecast. Right now, this is what it looks like. Lincoln traffic cameras across town. Again, getting to work today. If you went slow, things were okay, but there's a lot of snow-covered roads here in the capital city, even some of the main arterials going down O Street. Again, you saw the trucks out working, but conditions were pretty tough at times. We can kind of pop out some of these Skyview cameras. A look at 70th and Highway 2. Again, you can see there are some clear spots, but again, a lot of snow-covered roads, snow-packed roads right now across the area. That's 70th and Highway 2, 70th and O Street. Again, I didn't see really too many, if any, cars slid off or anything like that on my way to work. Again, which a lot of that was going down O Street. But again, you just got to make sure you take it slow because, again, there is a lot of snow still out on the roads. Trucks are still out, plowing, spreading material to make things a little bit easier to get by. Let's look at 14th and I-80. Again, roads look a little clearer there, so again, that's good. But we're still going to have snow that's going to be falling here for at least another couple hours. Some light, generally light snow, but could be some bursts of some moderate snow mixed in there. And we're still looking at maybe another around inch, maybe an inch and a half of snowfall across the area. So again, still have some more to go. Snowfall reports that we have thus far, and again, these are just what we have into the building here. So again, if you don't see your list or your town or your area on here, this is literally, there's 30 of them on here. These are the biggest ones that I had. And again, generally speaking, we're seeing snowfall reports at least as of early this morning, as of about 8:30. Between about 2.5 up to 5 inches of snow across, again, the I-80 corridor stretching from southwestern Nebraska over to the Lincoln and Omaha metro areas. Again, meteorologist Brad Anderson measured early this morning here at the 1011 studios 3 inches here in Midtown Lincoln. Again, I already plowed my driveway this morning. I had 3 inches where I measured in my driveway. So again, about 3 inches so far, give or take, here in the capital city. Biggest report we have thus far is out from Wilsonville, which again is in southwestern Nebraska, of 5 inches of snow, 4.8 in Culbertson, near Cambridge, 4.5, near Orleans, 4.5. So again, some of the bigger reports, at least thus far, have been in southwestern Nebraska. Table Rock, obviously in the southeast, they have a report of 4 inches. Edison, Napanee, Elm Creek, near North Loop, 4 inches. Officially at the Grand Island Airport, they have just under 4 inches. 3.7 was their official number, but again, that was from 6 o'clock this morning. Ord is at 3.5 inches near York, 3.2 inches. Emerson, 3 inches near Fairbury, 3 inches near Friend, just under 3 inches at the Hastings National Weather Service office. They have just under 3. They have 2.7 inches. Again, that was as of early this morning. Hickman, 2.6. Seward, 2.7. Again, one report from here in town thus far, 2.5. So again, we'll continue to update snowfall totals as we head through the morning and into the afternoon. So just make sure you check our platforms again online. Check out that 1011 weather app. I haven't sent anything out yet, but I'll be making sure to send out some snowfall reports as we head through the day today. So again, just make sure you check online. Road conditions across the state, again, not great for really most of the state. We're looking at, again, completely covered roads. Again, you see that shaded there in pink. The blue is partially covered, which we are seeing partially covered roads like along I-80 between Lincoln and Grand Island up towards Columbus. But again, you just got to take it slow. Again, by far and away, this is our most widespread and most significant winter event that we've had really thus far this season. Again, the snow we had in early January certainly did drop some heavy snow, especially in southeastern Nebraska where they had over a foot. But in terms of, again, across the entire coverage area, I would say this is the most significant event that we've had thus far this season. So again, road conditions really aren't great right now. If I punch up here, let me see if I can get this. This is the Nebraska 511 map right now. And again, you can really a great resource. So again, if you have to do any traveling at all today, make sure you punch up Nebraska 511, and I can actually here, if we kind of turn everything off, we can turn on the plow tracker, and we can see where the plows are across the state. And again, if we zoom in here, maybe around Lincoln, there's a lot of plows that are out and about. Again, it's really great. You can punch it up. A lot of these plows now have cameras, so you can actually kind of see what they're seeing. And you can kind of see where they've been. So if we go along Interstate 80 here, if we go out near Beaver Crossing, and this is the truck. That's his view right there. So again, that's the view. That would be near I-80. Looks like going over the overpass of I-80 there from that truck. So again, make sure you use that Nebraska 511. It's a great resource. Again, and you can see if we turn off the plows, again, basically all the roads, at least partially, if not completely covered across the state right now. So again, if you have to do any traveling, please make sure you just take it slow. Things, again, are still going to be snowing through the morning, but certainly as we head into the afternoon, into this evening, I do expect conditions to really improve quite a bit once that snow comes to an end, and plows can really catch up without any snow actually falling and hitting the ground and reaccumulating. So if we look at our winter alerts, we still have winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings that are in place across the state. These all still run through 6 p.m. this evening. Snow will be done, I think, well before then, so I certainly wouldn't be surprised if maybe these were canceled a little bit early, but we still have those weather alerts that are currently in place. Here's a look at the current satellite and radar picture. Again, the heaviest snow, again, fell overnight into very early this morning. What we have left out there right now is generally just some light lingering snow, but again, there could be some pockets of more moderate snow mixed in there. But again, most of the snow that we're going to see has likely already fallen. Some light lingering snow, though, is expected as we continue through the morning hours. And I think additional accumulations anywhere from around a half an inch to maybe an inch and a half on the very high end. 2 inches are going to be possible. The highest accumulations that are going to be left are going to be across the eastern part of the state, where we're going to see snow again through the morning. Again, you can see snow is already finished up for areas like North Platte, McCook, Imperial, in the southwestern parts of the state. It's going to be finishing up here next for areas like Kearney, Grand Island, and Hastings as we head over the next hour or so, as again, snow will end from west to east across the area. So if we check out Skycast, again, I think a fairly good representation of what's happening in the real world in terms of where that snow currently is right now. But as you head over the next couple hours, snow will continue to push from west to east. So again, snow wrapping up from west to east across the state by the noon hour. We're still going to be looking at some scattered to maybe widespread light snow across extreme eastern sections of the state. And then as we head past noon, again, that snow should really begin to wrap up. By 5 o'clock this evening, snow will be done. So again, the evening commute shouldn't have as many concerns in terms of falling snow. But again, there still will be snow on the ground. Again, I think by 5 o'clock, main streets might be in a little bit better shape. Residential streets still might be a little bit tough. Again, I know in my neighborhood, plows hadn't been there yet. Again, obviously that's not surprising, again, as they're still working on the main arterials. But again, I certainly think by 5 o'clock snow is going to be wrapped up and done with. It will, though, be, again, still bitterly cold by that time. In terms of additional snow, again, through late tonight, like I mentioned, we're looking at generally pretty light accumulations left to fall. And again, around a half an inch to maybe an inch to an inch and a half possible at the highest snowfall totals, again, across the eastern sections of the state. Again, here in Lincoln, we might see another inch from what we've already seen out there. So again, that would put us probably around 3 or 4 inches or so for a storm total here in the capital city. Again, it's been a very light, dry, fluffy snow. So again, it wasn't horrible to get the snowblower out this morning. Again, it was pretty easy to clear. So again, that is some good news. As we turn our attention away from the snow into the cold, because, again, it's already very cold out there right now, but it will get colder tonight and into Thursday morning. We have cold weather advisories that cover most of the state. These go into effect at 11 o'clock tonight and run through 9 o'clock Thursday morning. Cold weather advisory, again, is new this year. This replaces what we used to have replaces a wind chill advisory, basically. So now instead of wind chill advisories and wind chill warnings, we have cold weather advisories and extreme cold warnings. So we have a cold weather advisory that's in place for tonight into Thursday morning. Again, bitterly cold wind chills are expected across the area. So if we look at those future wind chills, again, 10 o'clock this morning, again, it's cold enough. Again, wind chills between around 5 and 15 degrees below zero across the state. And as we head through the day, it's not going to get a whole lot better. By the noon hour, we're looking at between about 5 and 10 degrees below zero for our wind chills. By the afternoon, most of us still below zero, between about 0 and 5 below for most locations. Maybe as cold as 10 below across the northern and northeastern parts of the state. And then things really drop as we head into the night, into tonight and into early Thursday morning. So again, 10 o'clock tonight, you can see those numbers back down to about 10 to 15 degrees below zero. And then as we head into early Thursday morning, we're looking at those wind chill numbers between about 15 and 25 degrees below zero by early Thursday morning. So again, brutally, brutally cold. So again, if you have to be outside tomorrow morning, please make sure you try and limit that time outside. Make sure you keep all your skin covered because again, temperatures and feels like temperatures that cold can get pretty dangerous pretty quick. So again, I know LPS canceled school today. Maybe a cold day tomorrow, not out of the realm of possibility, I would say, for those kids. Again, getting dropped off early tomorrow morning, so we'll have to kind of just wait and see on that. We should rebound and start to feel a little bit better as we head into Thursday afternoon. Actual temperatures should warm up at least a little bit. Feels like temperatures into the afternoon, though, are still going to be, again, into the single digits for eastern sections of the state. A little bit better as you head across western sections of the state. So a lot to kind of go through over the next 24 to 36 hours or so. If you look at the weather headlines, again, snow going to continue through early this afternoon, turning bitterly cold. But we are also going to watch for some additional snow showers, maybe heading our way Friday and into the day on your Saturday as well. So here's a live look at Skyview cameras from across the state. Again, Lincoln, Grand Island, O'Neill, North Platte, snow falling in many of those locations. Snow wrapping up in North Platte, but again, you can see the fresh snow currently on the ground right now in the capital city. It is 6 degrees. It is 5 here at the 1011 studios. When you factor in a north wind that is blustery at 16 miles an hour, it feels like 12 degrees below zero. Current visibility right now is at 2.5 miles right now in the capital city. If you look at visibilities across the state, again, obviously it's going to be worse where some of the snow right now is currently heaviest, which right now, again, you can see for much of central and eastern Nebraska, visibility between about a half mile to around a mile and a half, 2 miles. Again, in Lincoln, it's actually one of the better spots right now. It's down to 3/4 of a mile in Grand Island, in Hastings, in Albion, half a mile in Tacoma, Omaha, 3/4 of a mile in Fall City. So again, if you're out early this morning, shouldn't have to tell you, but again, take it slow. Careful on the roads. They're snow covered. Again, visibility's poor. Again, it's very cold. Again, it's one of those mornings. If you can just stay home, probably just best at this point right now to just stay home. If you look at the temperatures on the Lincoln Tempest stations across town, again across the Lincoln Metro, it's about 4 or 5 or 6 degrees. So again, it is bitterly cold here in town across the state. Same story. Temperatures into the single digits right now. Falls City is the warm spot, and they're at 9 degrees early this morning. Winds again aren't terrible. Again, we've certainly had systems that have had more wind with it. Not a ton of wind with this, but again enough. With the light and fluffy snow, it is blowing it around maybe just a little bit. Winds are out of the north at around 8 to 18 miles an hour, and you factor in the wind chills this morning, again, between about 10 and 20 degrees below zero for a lot of locations. Again, coldest right now is 18 below in York, Grand Island, as well as in Alliance. It's 16 below in Hastings, as well as Kearney, 14 below in Holdridge, again, 12 below here in Lincoln, 11 below in Nebraska City, 10 below in Beatrice. So again, bitterly, bitterly cold early this morning. Another look at the satellite and radar picture. Again, areas of light to moderate snow continue across central and eastern Nebraska. If you zoom out, look at a regional view, this is a look at our system that's moving through. Pretty wide area of precipitation with this system. Again, snow across Nebraska, Iowa, parts of Wisconsin, Illinois, Missouri. Also then on the warm side of this storm, you have rain, thunderstorms even, the potential for some severe weather down across Arkansas, down into Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi. Again, rain going to be moving into Tennessee, Kentucky. So again, a pretty expansive system that we have moving through the area. If you zoom out, look at a national view, again, you can get a good a good view of that storm system. If you look at the alerts with this system, again, there's a lot going on across the country. We've talked and we've met and we've looked at this national map. And we've had days when there's really nothing going on, but that is not the case early this morning. Flood watches in place across parts of the southeast. Again, with this system that's bringing rain, you have winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings that cover most of Nebraska, Kansas, into parts of Oklahoma, and those stretch all the way up into Michigan and all the way up then into the New England area as well. Then you have the cold weather that's spilling out of Canada, and the cold temperatures bringing cold weather advisories, extreme cold warnings across parts of Washington State, Oregon, Nevada, Montana, Idaho, the Dakotas, Minnesota, Nebraska, Wyoming, Colorado, down to the as far south as almost Oklahoma. So again, there's a lot going on early this morning, again, including here in Nebraska. Finally, for what feels like the first time this winter. So if we look at that regional skycast, again, snow is going to continue through this morning. I think it's going to wrap up and taper off as we head late this morning into early this afternoon. Then as we head into Wednesday evening, it's going to be cloudy. It's going to be bitterly cold, but it will be dry. Skies will clear out a little bit as we head overnight tonight, and with clearing skies and some light winds, that's going to allow those temperatures to really plummet tonight. Actual air temperatures are going to be as cold as about maybe 5 to 15 degrees below zero tonight into early tomorrow morning. Thursday afternoon, we're looking at mainly sunny skies. Temperatures are going to warm up as winds swing around to the south. So again, we should see temperatures rebound at least a little bit for us into the day tomorrow. But then as we head Thursday into Friday, another system begins to head our way. Clouds begin to roll back in. And then as we head, especially towards Friday, late afternoon, early evening, we're going to start watching for the potential for some additional snow showers. Again, this is our in-house model by Friday at 5. If we then flip it over to the European model, you see from Friday at 5 into Friday night, Saturday morning, another round of snow showers is going to be possible across the state. That would continue through Saturday morning. For Saturday evening, we think things begin to dry up a little bit. But then again, the weather pattern looks like it remains fairly active for us. Things look like they're generally dry on Sunday. But as we head into early next week, Sunday night into Monday, looks like another little wave of snow showers is going to be possible. And then again, as we head into the day on Tuesday, another round of snow showers look like it's going to be possible across the area as well. So again, that could continue into Wednesday morning. So if you look at the snowfall potential between now and midweek next week, again, there's still going to be rounds of snow that are possible for us, not only here in Nebraska and Lincoln, southeastern Nebraska, but across much of the region as well. So again, February on average is our snowiest month of the year. Again, you certainly can't say that we're not due after only having 1 inch of snow for so far this season here in the capital city. So it looks like we could pile up some snow as we head over the course of the next week to 10 days or so. As far as actual temperatures, highs today, again, single digits to the low to mid-teens for actual air temperatures today. Again, obviously it's going to feel much colder than that when we factor in the wind, but then brutally cold tonight. Again, we have a weather alert day that continues into Thursday morning for dangerously cold temperatures. Again, between about 5 and 15 degrees below zero for actual air temperatures, but again, those feels like temperatures could be as cold as 15 to 25 degrees below zero into early Thursday morning. We do rebound a bit Thursday afternoon. We'll go upper teens to upper 20s for the eastern half of the state, some low to mid 30s in the west. Friday morning, single digits and teens for low temperatures. Friday afternoon, not bad. A little bit more seasonal, mid to upper 30s for eastern Nebraska, even some 40s then in the west. We'll have to see, this might be a little on the warm side now that we have fresh snow on the ground. Low temperatures Saturday morning as another kind of push of colder Arctic air moves into the region, fall back down to the single digits, teens and low 20s. High temperatures then on Saturday retreat back low teens to low 20s for most. Sunday morning, another bitterly cold morning. Look like temperatures between about 0 and 5 degrees below. Sunday afternoon temperatures, again, only reach the low to mid-teens for eastern Nebraska with 20s and 30s in the west. So again, this is a look at the Lincoln 7-day forecast. Certainly, again, it's been busier than it has looked for quite some time. Snow will continue through the morning today, ending late this morning into the early afternoon. Dangerously cold into Thursday morning. Another round of snow showers possible Friday night into Saturday. And then cold again as we head through the weekend. Dry on Sunday, but again, only a high of 15. And then looking at the potential for more cold and more snow as we head through early parts of the work week next week. 10-day forecast for select cities across the state, you can see, has an awfully cold feeling to it. We're generally looking at not only below, but some fairly significantly below temperatures over the course of the next 10 days. And those precip chances over the course of the next 10 days, obviously high today, should be dry tomorrow, Thursday, or Friday, Saturday. Another chance for snow showers across the area, dry Sunday, but then it looks like the active weather could continue into the week next week. Long-range outlook from the Climate Prediction Center has, better than normal odds for below average temperatures across the area, but with below average precipitation across the region as well. So again, eventually it looks like we get back to kind of just a colder and drier pattern across the state. So I really quickly want to go back, and I just want to hit on the road conditions here one more time and look at the snowfall reports one last time before we let you go, at least for now. Again, we're going to be popping in and out of our live stream through most of the day today with updates on roads and snowfall reports and things like that. So, but again, this is a look at the Lincoln traffic cameras once we get it loaded up here. A live look at the Lincoln traffic cameras across town, across the metro. So again, there wasn't a ton of people out on the road this morning, which is good. But again, roads are pretty well snow covered right now across town. And so again, you can get around on them. You just need to make sure you go extra slow. And again, give yourself plenty of time. Give yourself plenty of stopping distance out there. Again, this is a look at 27th and Nebraska Parkway. Again, you can see pretty well snow covered there on Nebraska Parkway. 40th and Pine Lake. Again, you can see snow-covered streets there at 40th and Pine Lake. 9th and N Street downtown. Again, pretty well snow-covered. See someone shoveling the sidewalk there on the left side of the frame. So again, they're working on that. 27th and Yankee Hill. Again, fairly well snow-covered. So again, make sure, again, if you're out and about, give yourself plenty of time. So again, these are the latest snowfall reports. This is about an hour ago. And again, the only snowfall reports we have are the snowfall reports people go out and measure, and they send it in to the Weather Service, and then we get it from the Weather Service. You can send our snowfall reports to us, but again, these are the numbers that we have thus far. And again, I mentioned this earlier, but I'll continue to update this list throughout the day. Today we'll have a running list online on 1011now.com as well as on the 1011 weather app. So again, make sure you check back on those platforms to get the latest snowfall reports. But right now, the highest report we have is out in southwestern Nebraska, about 4 to 5 inches out there. Here in the Lincoln area, we've seen reports between about 2 and 4 inches so far this morning. Nothing yet officially from the Lincoln Airport. Again, as soon as we have that number, we'll obviously bring it to you. Road conditions early this morning, again, across much of the state. Roads completely to partially to completely covered with snow out there. So again, the plows are out. They're working. Still have the winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings in place across the area. This will continue as snow continues through this morning. Again, right now, areas of light to maybe moderate snow continuing across the area. Again, snow will wrap up from west to east as we head through the morning into the early part of the afternoon. So again, folks in like Grand Island, Hastings, Kearney are going to be next to see that snowfall come to an end over the next hour or so. Again, if you check out Skycast, shows that snow ending from west to east as we head through the morning. Snow will wrap up by late this morning through the early afternoon. By 5 o'clock tonight, that snow will be done. Additional snow accumulations of about a half an inch to an inch and a half or so are what we're expecting, with the highest amounts across the eastern sections of the state. And then once we're done with worrying about the snow, we're worrying about the cold. Cold weather advisories are in place as we head tonight and into early on Thursday, as again, those wind chills could be about 15 to 25 degrees below zero. So again, some bitterly cold conditions expected tonight into early tomorrow. So again, it's lot to talk about, lot to look at, and it's going to be that case through the morning and really through the day today, with additional chances for some snow expected again later this week, potentially into the weekend, and potentially into early next week as well. So as always, make sure you keep it tuned to 1011 both on air and online for all of your latest forecast details. Hope everyone stays warm out there. Again, like I mentioned, we're going to be popping on and off of our live stream throughout the day today with updates on roads and snowfall reports and all the rest of it. So again, make sure you keep it tuned to 1011 both on air and online for all of your latest forecast details. So until then, hope everyone stays warm, hope everyone gets around okay today, and hope everyone has a nice Wednesday.